Hello, hello. What is up? Are we ready for Disband Now and Frank's Furters? Because I think Disband Now and Frank's Furters are ready. Looking at the bands, we had a Baraxis band and a Garden band from Disband Now, and a Sky Temple band and an Alterac band from Frank's Furters. Frank's Furters opting for Towers of Doom. Let's look. Coming up first, we've got a Diablo band. As soon as I reset this properly. Come on. Come on. All right. Once I get this to sit right.
Fly! The swarm endures. I bring the mega death.
This realm needs me.
There is always hope.
Prepare yourself for battle, heroes. The battle begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fight! Rise shortly, heroes. Be ready. You must capture them quickly. Forth and claim the altars in my name. The Disband Lord demands it. Enough of this shrine. Bring down the angels. This realm will be mine, and mine alone.
I will not return to those wretched lands. The Raven Lord will not keep me from this realm.
Chat, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I am a scrub. We're gonna get some good shouts in. We have the game working, we have the audio working, we're working on some kinks in the OBS, but the software is my friend. Today we have a fight with the Siege Camp. And ETC is standing on the point pretty well, looking to get off. Really low is Gazebo, really low is Valkyrian, both go down.
Heroes.
Boggs is chasing down to Shive on Zagara. Looking fine. Sir Noble able to get away with his 4 Pursuit of Justice. Okay, let's do this again, this time with a microphone. We have Emerald Dream, Sleepy Root. We have Hammer of the Lightbringer, basic attacks, restore mana. Laws of Hope on the off lane, double soak from Johanna which should keep up with Dahaka except for the digs. We have Corpse Feeders on the Zagara, followed by Envenom Spines. We have Things of the Deep on the Nazeebo, looking towards maybe a spider build here. As we have Gathering Storm, looking at Orb build
Take
on the Li
altars
Ming with
and
Seeker
put
7.
enemies to the Gravekeeper.
We have Enhanced Agility on Dahaka as we're looking to fight, but looks like it's just posturing. Repeated Defense, Righteous Assault, and maybe a Deadly Ming. A good healing reduction on the Johanna 7 prevents most of the Ariel healing from going through, but both teams are relatively full, as both teams are now even in their tower and core health. A gate down in the bot lane for Disband now. Half a gate for, we'll call it half a gate. Most of the tower, part of the gate, and relatively even, slightly favoring the Frank's Furters in the top wave. We peek back down to bottom, and we get Uther completing their quest to get a good engage onto nobody, as the Uther stun Malfurion route comes through before the PC has a chance to boot. Very solid. I like the Uther main tank. I like that a lot. Having Malfurion to really pump out the sustained healing, and the Uther to deal with burst, and obviously be the tank as you go for off lane is great. You have, as we go into 10s, we have Crystal Aegis, Mosh Pit, Isolation, Wave of Force, and Mighty Gust. No surprises here. We're looking at some good talents, but no 10 up, like, there's no priority that they got with their 10s. As Sir Noble goes with the engage with Divine Shield, we have Gargantuan, a Mighty Maw, and Tranquility. We have, honestly, some very solid work staying alive for everybody.
Be swift,
We have
hero.
2 kills from the red team as we move into this middle fight here. Looking at the tanks and the frontliners of both teams, with Isolation onto the Zagara as Gargantuan is going crazy in the backline. Nazeebo might be punished and gets a D-shield to avert their sins as Malfurion gets a Q. Ariel's getting... Oh, hey, look at that, Falling Sword. Ariel getting the heal off for their team. A good Mighty Gust might keep Ariel alive here, but Joe is going to almost secure that kill. Great dunk from DJ Cold Cuts as Undead and Goku are unable to finish the Ariel as ETC goes down post Mom. Some good wave clear coming out here, and maybe they're able to get a little bit of a push, but it's going to be difficult to build Falstead unless Ariel is able to stay alive. Yes, nope. A dead Ariel with a nice stun and root from Uther and Malfurion respectively. As we push into the next tower phase, we're going to get some camps out here looking at it. Should be allegedly pretty easy. Siege camp here, maybe a little far forward. Sir Noble, with the help of Gargantuan, might be able to keep Kurama alive and stand on point, and they are. A Falling Sword onto the Falstead, as we get a dead Falstead here for Frank's Furters. Slightly down, but quite certainly not out. I don't know how much the... Listen, Zagara and Nazeebo is going to be pretty good late game. You know, just kind of looking at the builds. We have no stacks on the Bile Drop yet, but that can come later in a better fight. It was kind of a messy team fight at first. And we have a double ult given at the top as we try to get Cryo in the mid lane here, while still pushing in the pumpkins. So far, it's looking like Dahaka still has their ultimate up. Falstead goes for cheeky play when Dahaka is going to wait for tap. The 3 players of Frank's Furters going to clear the pumpkins as Malfurion takes the left altar and Uther's beginning to channel the right.
This realm, and it will not be stolen from
We have a bit of stall as ETC comes in. Uther able to dodge the Ariel stun as Nazebo gets hung back into the back of the team. Falstad waiting maybe to gust. I mean, a whiff of the isolation comes out, and as far as heroics go, we're looking at a good amount for Frank's Furters, as maybe Dalian Pig is going for a mosh pit, but relatively low on mana, maybe not able to cast that. And all of the people wanting to interrupt them. Dahaka got the dig in into the back line. He will now be sleeping. A purple from Johanna leads into a good mosh from the ETC as cold cuts and the team go and kill the Nazebo. Johanna doing what she can to make sure that there is a good trade-off here as the Dahaka goes down. Joe may be following suit, but we're looking at Uther going down here, and the altar is still up for the team as Goku is attempting to get the wave pushing and make it be a little bit safer for everyone, preventing some soak from occurring if the wave shoves hard enough on the side of Frank's Furters. Frank's Furters still down 4 core points. However, it is not that big of a deal. We're not worried about boss right now. Pumpkins are up and both teams know it. A big debrief as we all take a breath. And we go in for this pumpkin fight. Kurma taunting the ETC out of the bush, taking a large chunk of their health as the front line of Frank's Furters is looking to go and kill the front line as Johanna falling swords out. Beautiful falling sword. I'm not going to say no harm, no foul.
I have opened a tunnel near our core that leads
but camp is up, and Li Ming is going too far forward, but blinks out to safety. Maybe not too far forward.
I've opened my tunnel as well.
Both teams fighting for the opposite team's camps as ETC gets pulled in into the CB route. Ma goes out, trapping the front line of Frank's Furters on the other side. Dahaka gets in the bush to get the speed boost as a bunch of peel just occurs. And we have a taken pumpkin.
once more the altars rise
Disband
from the depths.
We're looking at the 3 altar phase, as maybe we're looking at a handshake here for the top 2 offlaners. But the 4-man is, of course, creating runs, as they are wont to do. You're not able to take this camp right now, whether or not you know they're going to push. When goes to be engaged, we're looking at the ETC pass slide up as Tranquility comes out. Ariel on the wrong side of every single wall, maybe has to pop, yep, pops the Aegis. That's out for the fight, gets a big whip out. Will not have heal, will have heal in time, but does take the 35% damage as Li Ming is trying to clean up the front and back lines of Disband now. We have all 3 altars taken, and it ends up being 2 for Disband now, and 2 for Frank's Furters and 1 for Disband now, evening up the score 20 to 20. As we look at, we're nearing the completion of builds. We have Ice Block on the Nazebo. We're looking at Hydraless Transfusion with Saliva for the Zagara. More of an offlane build. Good Sins Exposed has been getting a lot of value this game, but Holy Fury, Blessed Momentum, Benediction, Moonlit Harmony, and Nature's Swiftness on the Malfurion. Spell Power Hat on the Ariel. Piercing Whip, we have boop, the quote-unquote boop build for ETC, always solid. I just hope that they have enough coordination with Li Ming. Glass Cannon has been called. You can't touch me, can't touch me, can't touch me for the Li Ming. But the Law ends up getting the Ming as maybe this Ariel goes down, and the Ming goes down for the sins of both of them. Yelling Pig left alone to 1v5 as Boggs comes in 2v5 to keep their heat. right before turret, altar phase. I'm sorry, 2 altar phase, mid and bottom. But it looks like Disband now will be able to take this altar and help swing the balance in their favor. Finishing up the tail end, we have Pack Leader for Dahaka. As I'm told, this is the race car build. We have Mirror Ball and Airy Gust and Flow Rider. Undead on the Nazebo taking bottom, Goku taking mid, and down to 10 HP are the players of Frank's Furters. We have some standard wave clear going on. They're hoping to take back, maybe with their respawns, take back this bottom keep. Honestly, good play from both teams. Just maybe a little slip up right here, right in front of the keep in bottom. As Leeming and Ariel both get picked. There's a beautiful maw coming in from the Cigar player's side. But we have a push top as Pumpkins are adopting the bottom lane. Uncontested will deal 3 damage. And we have the trade coming in with the Gargantuan. Top is taken for Frank's Furters. They're going to try and base and take that and send a mid to the wood. Too late, I think. As Kashai takes about 8% of the health bar, one life-saving value here. The Maw gets 2, that's really easy. But the Falling Sword gets Chernobyl out. Ishiro waiting on the fall set as Divine Shield is top. Johanna hoping to get out. Dante continues from the Dahaka, but falls victim to the whip of Ariel as the Pumpkins go in for 3 core points, making this potentially lethal if Disband now are able to take both of these altars. They are almost guaranteed theirs. Falstead may still have fly. Falstead does have fly up. Gets to a fight. Ariel already has the top of Aegis. Go into great mock and goes up. Ariel staying alive just barely, but is going to get run down by the Johanna. ETC stays alive in the back line. Dahaka goes down to, again, the Johanna. ETC is able to take down the Cigar as both teams are going for a big dive. 50 HP on the ETC as Li Ning is attempting to save the game with one more stall and isn't able to do it as we get a final 2 points taken away from Frank's Furters. GG, we have a map win from Disband now. As we look at the summary here, we have 10-7 in kills, pretty stock standard. Healing, obviously, blue team, Disband now is going to be healing more. We have a lot more opportunity for healing on that side. And we have a map win. Looking at damage, I mean, yeah, if you heal more, you're going to deal more damage. Or if your team is healing more, the opposite team will deal more damage. Just because fights are lasting longer, you've got more health to play with, but the kills seem to stick a little bit more. As we look towards talents, we have, we weren't able to get 20s. I didn't catch how many stacks the Nazebo had. I'm sorry. We have the same issue again. Of course, this will be all ironed out now as we fix it. So the end of game 1, we have a victory for the blue team of Disband now, and we move into a good, here are the stats again for everybody. We move into a good, hopefully, series. We're only game 1. We're up early. It's not even 9 o'clock yet on the East Coast, and we should have a map pick coming through soon. Allegedly, of course. As we go to our best of 5, Frank's Furters picked that map, but Disband now did take that away from them. Their first pick, Johanna, off lane, with the Uther flexing the main tank was, I'm not going to say the difference maker, but it definitely helped. Johanna out-soaked the Dahaka, but at some point, that's Dahaka dying and Johanna not dying. So, as we await the map picks for game 2, we are reminded that our mic is on and our HOTS is properly windowed. We're good. We got this set up, and we are waiting for Frank's Furters, I believe it's still loser picks, to decide if they want map pick or first pick in the available pool. Towers of Doom was the deciding match for them in the regular season. As we get Infernal Shrines coming up, as far as who picked what, I'm not entirely sure. But we're looking at Infernal Shrines for map 2. And we have Frankfurters opting for first pick this time and allowing Disband Now to take first pick. If I did my homework properly and I remember this correctly, we have in the previous bout between these teams, we have Disband Now. Towers of Doom has flipped. Frank's Furters won Towers of Doom in the regular season. But Infernal Shrines is new in the fight between these teams. We're excited to go to Infernal Shrines. And we are waiting for the teams to get ready here as we have 9 in the lobby. We're going to take a quick breather. We're going to enjoy a nice little interlude as we move into map number 2. Love me some Dr. Pepper. Okay, we have draft coming in. We have the red team picking first. We have a Diablo. A Diablo for the first ban, a Sylvanas. I'm sorry, Sylvanas for the first ban, Diablo for the first ban for the red team of Disband Now. A Varian ban and a Deckard ban into a Johanna first pick on Infernal Shrines for Frank's Furters. Tassadar and Hogger, I like this. Tassadar is a great wave clear, is really able to hold a lane well and will clear. We might even see Archon coming out. Hogger, always solid, always good. Jimmy is going to be, I mean, pretty standard. Not that he doesn't do a lot great, but he doesn't do a lot wrong either. Jimmy's never bad, but people are just always better. Diva, it's her map. It's Infernal Shrines. You get bomb, you pop bomb, you call it good. Really focused, interesting. They want Uther gone. The Frankfurters lineup is really focused on making sure that they get rid of, the Shrine as quickly as possible. D.Va, I believe, doesn't win many matchups, but doesn't lose many either. Just really solid middle-of-the-road picks coming out from Frank's Furters. Tassadar Hogger, 2 big pryos for us, as Stukov is banned for Frank's Furters. Not wanting maybe a Hortapult into a Stukov Silence, or just Stukov in general. Lucio, I like. Tyrael, I love. Both of these are going to be pretty good. Tassadar does need the speed, so I like this a lot. It's going to be very, very helpful. Tyrael with, I believe, the new changes, quote-unquote new. It's been like a month. Will be able to dish out enough damage to clear the camp, clear the shrine, same as Lucio. Their wave clear should be on the up and up, and Tassadar should be able to rotate quicker as we get a Brightwing coming out from Frank's Furters with a Blaze. Blaze making it to the 9th overall pick in the draft is crazy, but that's what happens. I do see Johanna, D.Va, Blaze on the same squad. A little asymmetrical, I guess is one way to put it, unless you're going like 1-1-3 or 1-3-1, which I'm pretty sure we're on Shrines. I don't normally do, but I'm interested to see how they do this. And again, Hogger, Tyrael, Sonya, I don't know what I'm missing, okay? I don't know what I'm missing here, but we do have 4-man bruisers for both teams, whether that's D.Va 4-man or Blaze 4-man, and I would assume it's going to be Sonya 4-man as opposed to the Hogger 4-man, but anything could happen. Quite honestly, anything could happen. As we load into map number 2. Infernal Shrines between Disband Now and Frank's Furters. You're looking at Div C playoffs. Winner of this will play Clouded Minds Daybreak, who won, I believe, 3-1 over their opponents of... Oh, they're going to kill me. Over their opponents, Bunker Funtime. Fans of the pod, friend of the pod, I guess. We're looking at, on the blue team for Disband Now, we're looking at Goku on the Sonya, Tashives on the Tassadar, Sir Noble on the Tyrael, Undead on the Hogger, Kurama on the Lucio as we move towards bottom here. The unaware red team of Frank's Furters, D.Va is being played by DJ Coldcuts, Magic Master is playing the Blaze, Indecisive is playing the Brightwing, Boggs is on the Rainer, and Johanna is being played by Dallying Pig. As we maybe get some bot lane cheese here, we have Ardent Restoration, Accelerando. We have Q-Build Tassadar, not what I would do. I mean, if you think you have enough wave Shrine Clear, great. I think you do. I think this is fine. They're chunky, they're big, and we get On the Prowl and Warpaint for Sonya. An immediate take, interesting, an immediate take of the bot bot siege camp as the players of Frank Furters decide to go for theirs. We have Adrenaline Stim Pack on the Blaze, we have Laws of Hope on the Johanna, Hyper Shift on the Brightwing, Full Metal on the D.Va, and Ace in the Hole on the James Raynor. Coming in here, we've got camps coming out for both teams. A slight XP advantage actually to the red team because Disband Now did drop a wave, maybe a wave and a half top, which is enough early to get you that half-level lead, it seems. Easy clears for both teams on the mid-wave. They probably also dropped the middle wave here when they were taking this bottom camp. But as it stands now, we have 4-man Blaze and 4-man Hogger. Whether that stands after 4 or as we continue into first or second objective phase, we have Tyrael attempting to soak at gate while some minions go down. But D.Va chunked out pretty low by the Sonya. I believe that's what's supposed to happen. we have a wonderful take of the Bruiser camp, the Shaman camp, by Frank's Furters, as a push down towards bot fort being contested by Johanna is occurring from Disband now. They should be a little more agile on the map as we have a Lucio speeding them all around, but Bruiser camp coming out will not be able to be responded to by Sonya alone, but with the help of Hogger, we'll be able to respond to this Bruiser camp that D.Va will push. As we go towards mid, we're looking at 3 players defending against 3 players as Johanna hopefully forces a wave into the wall, but Tassadar was quick enough to get to as we have help pings coming into this bush as Tyrael is getting a little bit ganked, and we don't have an E coming out from the Blaze, so no stun. Because maybe maybe they thought they weren't going to get the Tyrael, which is honestly very fair. That's probably correct, as we have an early start from Frank's Furters on the Shrine. This is what they're built for. D.Va, probably about 85% of the way to bomb, 90% now to bomb. And with the last about 10 minions or so, you can just bomb it. Or when you're at like 5 HP. As we have a fight going in, the Johanna, as the bomb is popped, Johanna is trying to keep people in, but maybe it only gets Hogger, and it gets them to 30. They're on 11 more of these creeps to get the Frozen Punisher, as the Hogger spins in deep and is followed by Sonya to attempt to get the Brightwing, who escapes. But as the chaos ensues, Blaze is able to secure the Frozen Punisher for Frank's Furters. Hogger goes down underneath the threat of the Frozen Punisher, as I'm told John Cena, as I'm told the Punisher does not jump over the gate anymore. That was last patch. That came with the same armor aura for the forts and keeps and cores. As Tyrael does get jumped on. Did not have their Q out before, and there's a good stun CC chain for the red team. As Fort should go down here. One more jump shouldn't be too threatening as long as Tassadar makes it out of there, but Fort will go down. They're not getting greedy. They're not pushing for more. I think that was a perfect amount. As we have a not fully legal, but okay siege camp. Yep, Tyrael comes in. There's a big stun from the Hogger onto the front line of Frank's Furters, as Blaze is taken down to 100 HP, gets away with 65. Maybe? Nope. Tyrael had another Q up. Dallying Pig able to eke out of there with 3 digits themselves. Jimmy, being accosted by the Hogger, is able to walk away and maybe get a little bit of a wave clear going. D.Va back in the mech, and we have a siege camp taken, which was properly defended and successfully defended by the team of Disband. Now, they are able to sweep the siege camp triangle here, as they shouldn't be contested on this bottom siege camp, and they won't be. But for now, we have a continuation of the builds. We have Reverse Amp Supersonic on Lucio. We have Burning Halo Reciprocate on the Tyrael. Warpaint Hurricane Life Funnel on the Sonya. We're looking at Static Charge, Electric Fence, and Psionic Echo on the Tassadar. On the Prowl, Hoggers, Joggers, and Garbage Fire. I remember pressing tab whenever my offlaner plays Hogger and seeing a bunch of red, so this is probably correct. Sanctification, High Five, Black Hole, not Archon, Hortipult, and Wrath. No no lead for the Sonya as we get into a bot lane fight. Tyrael pressing the advantage that they have, but Boggs able to just fend them off as the Jimmy. As we continue looking, we have the Subdue quest at 4 for Joe, and Conviction with a Blessed Shield at 10. Hyperion for the Raynor after Fight or Flight and Unstable Compound. We have Emerald Wind from the Brightwing after Hypershift, Unstable Anomaly, and Peekaboo. Adrenaline Stimpack, Incinerator Gauntlet, Suppressive Fire, and Bunker Drop for the Blaze. As we see a Pilot D.Va may be able to... I don't know... Did Hogger... Okay, Hogger must have barely Hortipulted to the other side. But was Emerald Winded... I doubted it. I doubted it in my head, and that's my bad. Emerald Winded to the other side of the fort, as we have Bunny Hop rounding out the heroic abilities for Frank's Furters. Levels are even, kills 2 to 3. There's 1 fort down for Disband Now, but as Frank's Furters takes their bruiser, maybe a few seconds later, there might be a fight here for the bruiser of Disband Now. Johanna ready to go in. Blaze looking at the Tyrael as Sonya walks to the back line. Brightwing separated from the Rainer as the front lines of both teams are attempting to dive deep. Brightwing is able to survive. Lucio's able to survive. Jimmy is looking to focus on this camp as we get a great stomp off, but we have Johanna going down, Mech going down, Jimmy on the other side of the wall going down, Brightwing getting wiped. We have Pilot and Blaze up for Frank's Furters as we get a great team fight in a wonderful black hole coming out from Tashai. Should be an early Arcane Shrine lead for them. And we continue in with a Heavy Casters for a stun. We have Holy Ground for Tyrael. Pummel on the Hogger. We have a 12-15 minion lead for Disband Now, as we see Shadow Walk and Ruthless, as we hear Blaze going down to 100 HP, and Wrath coming out from Sonya. The Shives is able to... is unfortunately missing, as a great high five from Kurama allows Sir Noble to get out of there, as the two of them live despite everything, and the team of Disband Now is able to get the Arcane Punisher. Punisher clearing up the wave for us. We have an exposed fort. We do have to watch Jump Now, but as far as it goes, I don't see this not getting fort. We get John Cena jump onto the Blaze with a good follow-up from the team, but Blaze drops Bunker in response to Hortapult, and it looks like everybody walks away except for Hogger, who spins. Oh, unfortunate bounce for the Hogger. Spins back into the team, but is not being, I don't want to say bailed out, is being helped by their team, as everyone does walk away. Bot fort goes down. Sonya is looking to take down the mid fort as well, as we get a 3-man jump, maybe 4-man jump from John Cena, as Sonya is getting extra value mid. Might want to get out soon. Able to spear into the wall and spin away. And we have almost a fort taken, as we have bot siege and now mid siege being taken by Disband Now. And it looks like excuse me, looks like Frank's Furters want to contest this, as Johanna walks directly past Tyrael, and Hogger is left out to dry as the Hyperion lasers get Hogger as he Hortapults away. A little bit of cleaning up to do for Frank's Furters, as they're holding on with a sliver of health left on the fort, maybe a toothpick more than a sliver. Some cleaning up to do in bottom, and a big wave about to bounce on top. But it looks like Disband Now is going to force the issue top onto this Diva. We have Holy Ground being set up by the Tyrael. Brightwing attempting to make it back to fort, and will. A cleanse that won't necessarily get Joe out of trouble, as Joe decides to go in deeper and will not be able to quite catch up to Tassadar, but will catch 2. We had Sonya going in and getting high five to go out, but the spin to win is too much to resist, as we go back towards the fort of Frank's Furters. Jimmy gets Hortapulted into a stun from Lucio, as he's trying to walk away, get in the bunker at all. There's Sanctification going down. No one's dying quite yet. We have a big bunny hop that gets canceled, with Black Hole going down as Pilot gets popped, Mech gets popped, Blaze goes down, Goku may be going in a little too deep, but is able to take down the fort, at least as consolation. Is not able to take down the fort as consolation, but they will get top fort for Goku's attempt. Overall, a 1 for 2. Of course, Diva counts as like a half hero as mech, but 1 for 2 for the blue side, as we get the also consolation bruiser camp. Johanna looking to contest this, maybe just looking to scout. Doesn't want to commit to anything as Wall comes out. But we have a 1 HP fort that is now 0 HP, and 2 forts up for the blue side, and no forts up for the red side. There it is. I do wonder. So it's going... did anyone read the patch notes real fast as we get a camp taken? There will be a tower going about here in PTR. Check it out. Patch notes day. Patch note day. As we have the shrine started, we're looking at the Infernal Punisher. Bunny Hop coming out maybe a little early as Undead is unable to control the spin. But a high five into a Hortipult. Sanctification was a little much, but that's fine. Sanct is OP. It's cool to use. We have a wall coming in as a Hogger stun goes into the path wall. Bonker comes down to try and save both the frontliners. Blaze goes down. Johanna's not looking great as Emerald Wind comes out. And the backline is just fine. As maybe, yes, this Jimmy will get ran down. Is he going to take anyone with him? No. A great wall and Q. Great execution from Disband now as Goku takes down the shrine.
Blue team has summoned the Mortar Punisher.
Mortar. That's right. That's what the red one is. Red one's Mortar. I just know it's the red one. There's purple, there's blue, and there's red. And we really like blue, and we kind of like red. Purple's... I think we kind of like purple. I don't know. We really like blue. Mid keep goes down. Bot keep is potentially going down as we get a fight coming in here. Johanna able to stun up the back line of Disband now as we have a pilot coming out that gets chunked pretty low but is able to walk away as they fight for their life on core. Diva gets stunned into the bunny hop to stay alive. Pilot comes out again, this time forced, as we have a black hole coming in that is able to force the bunker out of Blaze. As Blaze goes down, Johanna is able to make it back to core. Jimmy is trying to lead the Punisher around to not let core go down. Diva is almost able to deal enough damage. Jimmy is there dealing damage. Oh, it was close, but core goes down. Disband now up 2 games to none. 180 stacks on the Tassadar queue. So, as we look through this, we have the game summary here. We have 13 kills to 8. That's fine. Relatively low deaths. Of course, 8 on the side of Disband now. We get a good showing from them. We have a win there. Able to... With the 4-man Hogger and 4-man Blaze, this probably is what I would have expected. Sonya, Diva, Tassadar, and then Blaze. Tyrael not far behind. Hogger, Lucio wanting to get camps. Rainer, Brightwing wanting to get camps. Whether this was all lane soak or not doesn't really matter. We have some good siege damage. Of course, you're going to have more when you get more structures. Hero damage, solo carry Rainer. You're not going to get a lot of damage outside of Jimmy with Diva Blaze, except for Joe, so this makes sense. Tassadar, Hogger, Tyrael. Sonya being 4th on the list does actually make a little bit of sense. We have a good amount of damage. Way to stay alive on Lucio. As we look at talents here, pretty stock standard stuff. I think this is the new Tyrael build. I think maybe this is supposed to be a damage one, I'm told. And we have, Thermal Lance. We have Dash Dash. Double Blind. or Blind Heels with Laws of Hope. We have Critterize, great. I don't know enough about Diva Talents, I'm so sorry, but I do enjoy Give Me More Rallying Cry. We do have map 3 coming up as Cursed Hollow, as I am going to take a quick breather as we move into map number 3. Cursed Hollow. Alright, as we have Cursed Hollow picked by Disband now, up 2-0 in the series, we move to draft. Frank's Furters, of course, You know, I'm going to say that they're hoping for the reverse sweep. These games have not been, like, crazy. I think 2 team fights, right? Maybe an early team fight, middle team fight. Good games. They've been good games. They've been pretty solidly played. You know, I don't think drafting's been crazy, but, you know, Jimmy solo carry, it can work if you keep the fight going long enough. It's Executioner, like, it should be fine. You have Blaze, like, you should be fine, but you just got blown up too fast. You had Spin to Win Zonia, you had a Hogger, that's just going to deal more damage. They had a Tyrael, that's just going to deal more damage. But as we go into Cursed Hollow, we've got a Varian ban coming in from Frank's Furters and a Diablo ban coming in from Disband Now, followed up by the Zagara for Frank's Furters. Deckard must be a great Deckard. Indecisive must be nasty with it, because that has been 2 games and 2 Deckard bans. As we begin to go for picks, first pick, I mean, I would think Dahaka, probably. It's played, it was good. You know, it's not like it lost you game 1 or anything like that. Good, I thought that was my water. It was not. Falstead, that's the other thing. If you don't want Dahaka, at least get the Falstead. You played Brightwing, it was fine. Sylvanas Johanna. Joe, incredibly contested. Sylv, I think, despite everything, really underrated on this patch. We have a great 1-2 for Disband Now. No cleanse for Stukov, a noob. Sylvanas Johanna, I mean, I'm scared, right? They showed, on Disband Now, they showed they're willing to play Falling Sword. Now, you did have Uther main tank there. Diva is interesting. It must have been incredibly oppressive when I didn't see it. I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong. I don't hate it. I think if somebody plays it, Cursed Hollow, you know, you can control, like, you can stall that for forever. You get, the pilot talents at 7. You can stall that for forever. We're looking at a 3rd ban of Anduin coming in from Frank's Furters. Always love a good Andy ban. Andy Joe, especially if they want to play Falling Sword. But Ariel Maiev snapped up pretty quick for Disband Now. I like it. Maiev can also be really annoying on point, making sure that no one else gets the, what do they call him in this one? It's not altars, right? I don't know. I hear the Raven Lord in Towers of Doom. I don't know what actually they're called in this one. Malthael coming out. It was shouted out earlier. Malthael Rexar going for another. I mean, yes, it's technically double bruiser. However, your Cursed Hollow, it's a 1-3-1 map. Your Falstead and Stukov should be doing camps as much as possible. Rexar, with Falstead being able to fly, Rexar probably does them a little bit quicker, maybe with the Falstead. Him and Misha dishing out some damage, but both of those 2 heroes are able to take up a lane if needed. A Samuro coming out. It's a big map, and we all know the CCS motto, can't chase Samuro. Samuro Maiev, a Stormleaguer's worst nightmare. All we're missing is the TLV, but we have Sylvanas, Johanna, Ariel. I really like that 3. I think they take camps very well. Or maybe Maiev is the one taking the camps, and Sylv is maybe pushing a little bit. But I really like this draft from Disband Now. I like the draft from Frank's Furters. Do I think it comes down to execution? Maybe. I do think I like Disband Now's a little bit more. I don't know if Stukov will be enough to fend off or to keep the health bars up for Frank's Furters as we go into the game overlay. We have on the blue team Disband Now, we have Goku on Samuro, Kurama on Ariel, Undead playing the Sylvanas, nice, Sir Noble on the Johanna, and Tashives on the Maiev. For the red team, we have Dallying Pig playing the Anubarak, we have DJ Cold Cuts on the Rexar, Indecisive on the Stukov. We have Magic Master on the Malthael, and Boggs playing the Falstead. Samuro looking probably just to get there. We have a pause, likely for Pig. Samuro looking to get likely their Watchtower, but we can go through here. Searing Light. We have Zealous Glare. We have Double Blind. So we have Damaging W's on Ariel. We have Double Blind on Johanna. Way of the Wind on Samuro. Pursuit of Vengeance on the Maiev. And Might of the Banshee Queen on the Sylvanas. In response, we have Gathering Storm on Falstead. Easy Prey on the Rexar. Low Blow for Stukov. On a Pale Horse for the Malthael. And Nerubian Armor for Anub Arak. Back into the game. We're ready. Everyone's looking to get that first fight going. Maybe not, because Anub is already going down bottom, getting their Watchtower. And these two don't even care about getting the first wave. I mean, I don't hate this, but, like, there's not much that it can really get with wave prio, right? Like, let's think about this. I don't hate starting here, because there's only so much wave prio you can get here, and they have the easier camp to begin with. Now, you take it a little bit faster, but they've got... they're not missing any minions. Malthael's got a Pale Horse. And so we've got relatively even timings on the camps. Maiev picking up bottom. Doesn't look like either team has lost much soak. Maybe soak top as they're four-manning both of the camps. Which, again, I don't hate, but I would think you would try to protect this. You have Knight pushing. You have a Sylve pushing. I understand they're level 3, but, like, that's free damage. That's just free damage on there. As we look at Dallying Pig taking about 50% of their HP bar, followed by Boggs doing about the same. Dallying Pig looking to get the Mage and Mage Armor gone. Misha gets a stun onto the Johanna, followed up by the Anubarak, but a good amount of healing from Kurama prevents any further damage. But front wall's gone, guys. I think having 4 people rotate is fine, but I also think that you gotta defend against Sylve. Sylve, turn shit off. Sylve OP. Maiev being sneaky and slippery as ever. We get a good defense from her as we move into the 4 talents. We have Repeated Defense, Subdue Quest, Mirage, Sudden Vengeance, and Possession. We have Updraft, not much, what's up with you? Hungry Bear, Vigorous Reuptake, Black Harvest, and Bed of Barbs. Sylve taking the Giants by herself, Johanna soaking in the Knight's damage. Maiev relatively able to hold them. I mean, getting so much value out of the knives. Able to dismount the Anubarak as we get the first tribute, that's what they're called, spawning. Giants pushing at a perfect time top, but Sylve a little late. That's just tough to time it correctly. As long as you get a stall here with the Johanna, you should be fine as Anubarak gets whipped into the wall by Ariel, and Jo is maybe fighting for her life. Pops the Iron Skin, and they're not able to stall it again as Indecisive gets the root into the silence. Maybe not root, the slow into the silence into a dead Ariel. Looking good. We're looking at a Maiev that has jumped too far in with a noob with a full combo. Really nasty Stukov puddle as well to follow up with that, blocking the wall. And a good, I'm not going to say turnaround, but a good fight for... Oh, did you get the quest? That's worth. You can die. That's worth. You got Subdue quest. We'll take that. You lose fort for it. We don't actually take that, chat. Let's be clear. It's good. You enjoy the 80% slow, even on just one person. But losing a fort for it, we joke around to keep morale up that that's worth it, but I'm not so sure. We're partially dropping wave top as we go into second tribute. Malthael getting ready for it as he is being accosted by one of the Samuro clones. We go into the tribute being live, as Ariel is maybe fainting towards it with a big pull, a big blink, big pull, as a good Stukov puddle is taking down to Shives, pretty low. A Nubarak also relatively low, as Johanna is trying to go deep and trying to make sure that Malthael has no HP, as he ends up with none. Sylv maybe getting traded back, walking away with about 50 HP. Joe popping the Iron Skin relatively quickly, might be able to live this, but probably won't. Is going to base here, and will not make it out. Almost. Good try. We respect the effort, as always. I feel like not the one death, but the only death is we have going into bosses. Misha getting stunned. I think taking this boss is a great idea. Responding with your bruisers is a great idea. Getting a good mid push is awesome. Anubarak being up here, also fine. No one's going to contest this, but you would like to either get rid of this Samuro or help your Rexar with this boss. And we see the old adage, CCS, can't chase Samuro. Indecisive, a little out of position. Chernobyl not wanting to take that opportunity with his team so far away. They know boss is there. 10s are going to be pretty even for both teams, but boss is going to go down beforehand. As we move into third trib, as Malthael gets caught out trying to take out the bruiser camp of Disband now. We have positionally advantaged Disband now, as the top push from Frank's Furters is going to trade out the mid push from Disband now. Not negating the advantage they had from that first bruiser push, but evening out with boss maybe going to be fort for fort here. Indecisive gets pulled in. Gus doing what it can. Double blind, and the Wailing Arrow is able to take down the Stukov with about, I'm going to guess it was like 20 overkill max. As top fort gets taken down, mid fort gets taken down, and ideally you clear that wave in back because they're kind of going for you. We got a good push bottom that they have to respond to as well. You maybe get some wall damage or this giant camp, but you are on vision. So we see instead Disband now going to respond with the boss, Samuro trying to clear the top boss. And yes, we have heroics, we have 10s, we have Falling Sword, we have Warden's Cage, Blade Storm, Wailing Arrow, and Crystal Aegis. And for the red team, we have Cocoon, we have Tormented Souls, Massive Shove, Bestial Wrath, and Mighty Gust. Mighty Gust, as Johanna's being dip, dive, dodge, dip, duck, dive, and dodged. Being knocked up, pushed around, and popping Iron Skin to make sure that they have a way out of the Wardens. No, keeping people in the Warden's Cage. Sylvanas getting wrapped as we look at the Ariel trying to stay alive here on the boss camp. But everyone going down for it, as eventually the team of Frank's Furters gets both bosses. Falstead is going to fly up to Trib, collecting the Trib and maybe getting either Siege or a good push here, as their team looks at... we're not getting Siege. Don't do Siege. You're getting a fort. You might get Keep Wall. You got a pretty healthy mage and, what, 2 knights left? A good boss with Curse. Honestly, I take back what I said about mid-wall. The Unstoppable from Malthael, not able to keep him alive as it stands too close to the wall, and like Kid Icarus, flies too close to the sun. You have mid being sieged by the, not giant, the bruiser camp. Boss sieging down the bottom keep, as Samuro attempts to dodge the shove and clear out the wave. With 200 HP, is able to find a way out. Poor Sylv got comboed by the boss as we look towards mid and trying to clear it. A big wave is solved by a Blade Storm from the Samuro. as Dallying Pig starts the siege camp of Disband Now. Curse, I already thought I counted down. Siege goes down. We have a good reset from both teams. Bruiser is up. Frankfurter's boss is in a minute 20. Sieges are up now. Malthael's taking care of that. And I think you just play for boss or bruisers. I don't think you want to contest this. You're even talent tiers. Speaking of, we have It Hungers, we have Inevitable End, which we saw earlier, Burning Beetles, Wildfire Bear, as Johanna attempts to get these people in a good combo, but Malthael goes in and pops Tormented Souls. A good Aegis coming out, keeps the Shive alive a little bit, but Kurama not able to get the W off in time, as Johanna goes down in trade of Malthael. Kurama goes up to attempt to save the Johanna, and will pay for that sin. Will not pay for that sin. A wonderful Wailing Arrow from Undead keeps Kurama alive, period mark. Keeps Kurama alive as Dallying Pig, Indecisive, and Cold Cuts sacrifice Misha for Ariel to walk out. A wonderful Wailing Arrow from Undead there keeps the Ariel alive. On the other side, our 13s are Piercing Lash, Blessed Hammer, Shikuchi, Shadow Armor, and Remorseless. 6 teams now. We have Epic Enter, Epicenter, Memento Mori, Pox Populi, Thrill of the Hunt, and Airy Gusts. We walk up towards boss here, as you get it basically off of cooldown now. And then maybe you walk, maybe not directly there, but get your knights, and then go. 6 teams coming in for the blue side of Disband Now. We have Vengeful Knives, Reservoir of Hope, Press the Attack, Holy Renewal, and from Sylv, I expect the Unstoppable, Will of the Forsaken. As 16 comes, Trib comes, you can give this one, it's on their side of the map, they're at 0. Especially if you lose this fight, they could go boss and they probably can't core, but at least get core damage. But Rexar, on Vision, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. Rexar is on Vision there. And will take the Trib as a top push is going down in trade for a bottom fort. That should go down, but we'll look at top. We'll check in on bot fort later. Boss coming in about 80% HP, 60% HP. And now it's chunked down to 50 as the Shives goes in, pops the Warden's Cage. We have a Wailing Arrow being layered over with a Falling Sword coming in. Everyone's seemingly alive on the red side as Johanna is still attempting to beat up and bully as Malthael is eking on the edge of the lowest amount of HP, going between 100 and a great pull into Great Maiev with Malthael eventually cleaning this up. Undead getting cleaned up by the Malthael, who did, by the way, survive at like 150 HP with Tormented Souls and a good Soul Rip. A great fight from red side as they don't even lose their bottom fort for this. But they have a Night Camp on core. 3 players down, you have your Maiev and your Ariel being stunned by the Anubarak whipped. Anubarak whipped back as Maiev is trying her damnedest to make sure. GG is called by Goku as we look at a first game from Frank's Furters, taking game 3 and starting there. Can't say it. Okay, and we have a win for Frank's Furters as we look at the scoreboard here. Damage numbers, Maiev, yep, those knives are going crazy. Sylvanas, yep, that's fine. Malthael, 24k healing, self-healing. That's what I'm most intrigued by. That was a lot of self-healing. They did great. And we have experience contributed. Malthael, Samuro, sure, yeah. But a significant, like, 2k difference, 2.5, right? Between the tank and first damage. As we look at talents, like this Ario build, I enjoy it. I didn't see how many stacks Repeated Defense gets. Zealous Glare, yep. Double Blind with Blind 16. Falling Sword, maybe a Blessed Shield helps you get a couple of those, and you are able to kill Anub'arak very quickly. A Warden's Cage is dropped, and I don't know, you grab E before Rewind goes through. We got, I think, standard Samuro. That looks like a standard Samuro build. I don't play Samuro. Blink build in the Maiev, and a run-of-the-mill Sylvanas build here. Anub'arak getting Bed of Barbs, Epic Enter, Burning Beetles. I like the W here. Not a big deal. I mean, looks good. With Burning Beetles, you're able to decloak the Samuro. On a Pale Horse, yep, cool, great. Inevitable End, great. You're not going to convince me about the Tormented Souls, but I do enjoy Tormented Souls. It worked out for you. It was great. And we're looking at Stukov with a lot of trait triggers. Looks fine. Rexar, a Misha build, which I don't normally play, but is good. And Gathering Storm, I also didn't check the amount of stacks on Gathering Storm. With Gust, Flowrider, and Airy Gusts. Again, a win for Frank's Furters as we move into game number 4 on Battlefield of Eternity. Battlefield of Eternity. Frank's Furters down 1 map to 2 in this best of 5 series against Disband now. They are currently looking to bring it back after dropping the first 2 maps. They did win the regular season matchup 2-1. Of course, that would have been defunct now. And we have first ban from Kurama and Disband now, a Diablo, followed by Varian. Pretty standard for these two. Deckard, again, I don't know if Indecisive is just crazy on Deckard or what, but there is a consistent Deckard ban. Hanzo coming out for ban 2 for Frank's Furters, as we get a snap pick Li Ming for the first pick of Battlefield of Eternity. Whew. Vala, Anubarak, makes sense. Anub looked good. Anub felt good. Vala, it's Battlefield. Love it. Hanzo's gone. Li Ming's been taken. Vala's number 3. Like, in no particular order, number 3 right there. Greymane, you're looking for race. You're looking good. I just got to count to 2 with the Anubarak stuns. Stukov, going into Anubarak, maybe a little tough for Stu, but maybe it's just tough for my Stu. What do we got for bans coming out? Third ban, I'd like to see a tank here. Diablo's already gone. Varian's already gone. Joe, I mean, Joe's not great. Uther, sure. You don't want to main tank Uther. They're traumatized by it. Like, little T traumatized. Third ban here, I'd want to see probably a healer. Probably an Andy. I would want to see banned here. I don't know Indecisive's pools. I'm sorry. But Jimmy, they're thinking about race. I think you can pivot just as well into a teamfight comp. You have Vala and Noob. Just run at them. So I'd like to see an Andy here. I'd like to see a Tyrande here. Toronto also helps with race if you want to go for race, but maybe the last two, like the tank being up, maybe you save Toronto for the counter pick. But we're looking at a nice Falstead and Anduin, perfect. Team fight. Kill him. You're not going to outrace Li Ming Greymane. Not with Falstead. Maybe you would have with someone else, but allegedly Nazebo. It happened to us once. It didn't look great. But I do like this angle here is you get Blaze Johanna. I don't know if this front line has won. Joe won Shrines. Game 2. Blaze lost Shrines. Is Joe 1 and 2 right now? Regardless, you have a Rexar coming out from Cold Cuts again. Rexar looked good. I don't know if you have to go Misha. I do like the utility of Boars. I think as long as you go Bunker here, you're able to hold off. This might be Falling Sword, but you do not have any engage, right? And your poke of Li Ming is being hamstrung by the Anubarak, so you're probably going to see a Blessed Shield. But as we move into game number 4 between Frank's Furters and Disband now, we look at this draft. On the blue side, I like it. Joe, I think if Joe goes Falling Sword, it's as fun as the ult is, not going to be as great as we would like it to be. But on the blue side, we have playing the Blaze, Goku, Kurama on the Stukov, Undead on the Li Ming, Tashives on the Greymane, and Chernobyl on the Johanna. DJ Cold Cuts for the red side playing the Rexar, Dallying Pig on the Anubarak, Indecisive on the Anduin. Oh, pull out your sword, no! Boggs on the Falstead, and Magic Master, rounding out the comp for Frank's Furters with a Vala. Looking at talents here, we've got Low Blow, Double Blind, Auto Attack Stimpack, Qs on the level 1 for Li Ming, and Greymane yet to take their 1. So we look at the Nerubian Armor, the W for Anub, W for Anduin, Q for Vala, Easy Prey, probably going to go that Misha build again, and Q Gathering Storm Stacks for Falstead. Dallying Pig taking a decent amount of damage. However, it will not be fully traded out onto the Johanna as we get some stacks here. Finally, we see Viciousness, the standard level 1 for Greymane. No one quite dangerous enough to take camp, however, Stukov taking some damage instead. Looks like it's being traded back well enough. Top lane is looking just fine. Maybe a little bit of bullying from the Blaze, but back on the bot lane, 3 stacks on the arrow, but 10 for the hammer on Falstead. The side of Disband now is incentivized not to really fight, like let Johanna just spread shit and clear a wave, but we go for an engage and we get a couple of Q stacks for Vala and a couple of Q stacks for Falstead, as maybe Frank's Furters are looking at the Khazra camp, the siege camp, Khazra Impalers, but they were a little too indecisive. Nice. As Disband now is looking to take that leash and run with it. But both teams not wanting to drop any lane soak as we look here for the camp fight, as it turns out. Johanna taking Iron Skin as Anubarak dies. Falstead tries to stand on the point, but all of them are just a little too squishy to withstand Li Ming and Greymane. Looking here, we've got at 4, we've got Subdue, we've got Charged Blast, we have Vigorous Reuptake, and we have the Bruiser camp being taken. Incinerator Gauntlets on the Blaze, and Greymane to Shives taking a 4 at some point. Bed of Barbs on the Anubarak. Chastise. I'm sorry, Chastise is the ability name. Piercing Light at the 4. Repeating Arrow, you gotta take it. Hungry Bear, yeah, gonna be the same Misha build. And Updraft for the Falstead. Eventually we got Eyes in the Dark on the Greymane. We have a good fight going in as Blaze is able to stun and Stukov follow up to take down the Rexar, and Misha goes down with him. Johanna looking to disrupt a little bit as the red team runs in to try and defend their Immortal. A good E onto the backline as Li Ming gets rooted with the Anduin follow-up. I think they're 4 for 4. If I'm being fully honest with you, 4 for 4 on the subdues for the Johanna. As everyone goes back to race a little bit, they didn't quite get the kill. In fact, they lost their Falstead, so they're just going to try and take as much damage off of the Immortal as they can, and they end up getting about 10 to 15%. A pause coming in. I'm going to grab a water real fast. Don't mind me. I'm going to put this bot lane. I'm going to grab a water. Unprepared. I didn't even need to run. Looks like we've got a technical pause, probably not a tactical pause, as we continue in with a 85% shielded Immortal. Everyone take a deep breath, grab your water. I did the same. As we look at these stats here, a little more healing from Stukov. I'm not surprised we don't have Desperate Prayer yet. This being the shielding that they get from the W on the Anduin. A lot more self-heal on the red side. As we look at Blaze doing 3 times as much. Hold on. What do you mean 3 times as much? What? Why won't you won't tell me health, will you? You son of a gun. Blaze just having 3 times as much siege as the Rexar counterpart and about 1200 more XP will grant the side of Disband now a talent tier advantage here once 7 gets popped. But as we look at this, Vala just staying right in line with Blaze. Blaze, of course, probably farming off of Misha. As we have 11 Q stacks from Vala, that's going to get more and more as we continue on. Falstead getting 23 hammer stacks. And looking at, while this does, okay, I know how this looks. Listen, you're down 7, right? You're going to be down 7 for post-immortal. You are looking at a daunting task in front of you with not being able to really outrace Li Mingqiu and Greymane. However, your Vala will be scaling. Your Falstead is scaling quicker than, not normal, but quicker than average. And as we resume here, we'll see if Frank's Furters have the resolve to understand that they are not out of this game. As we look in here, we've got quite a few stacks coming in for both Falstead and Vala, as they attempt to get the Immortal Stun. Vala pulled in, is not stunned by the Immortal, and will walk out of the Stukov silence. I like that. I understand where this is coming from now. You don't need a cleanse if you kill them first. As we have a stack in on the Anduin for Piercing Light, we go in with a fort taken down, Li Ming rooted, stunned, Stukov popping off the bubble as we get a turn onto the Anubarak. Pull. Unfortunately, I think Flash Heal was going through at the moment. Pull was not able to be used, as Rexar maybe is in a little bit of trouble. Blaze looking for this camp, as we see the rest of Disband now coming in to take down this Rexar. Rexar sending Misha in to die. Okay. Boggs, was that a fly? Coming in and not able to be saved, as Johanna will have a nice combo into Boggs, and Indecisive is trying to find their way out. Sevens, we're looking at a W build Anubarak for Chitinous Plating. We have Desperate Prayer, Monster Hunter, great game, Aspect of the Beast, and boom, Meringue, that's me. And we have Calamity at 7. Okay, I expected Q, so we went QQ. Is there a Q7? There's gotta be, right? I thought we have Q7. We have, sorry, E7 as we go into this fight here. We have the Quicksilver Bullets, Suppressive Fire, Conviction, and Growing Infestation, with the Blessed Shield and the Wave of Force coming in for Disband now, with Bunker Drop and Flailing Swipe for Stukov and Blaze, disrespectfully. Of course, being opposite of respectfully. The Curse Bullet coming in. Yeah, they're chunky. You're probably going to get a good Misha hit or two. And they get the bot Siege Camp. We're looking at a top push here for the side of Frank's Furters, as they are getting answered upon by Disband now. Indecisive gonna go down, as Magic Master is also in a bad spot as they go down as well. 2 kills to none on their 10 advantage. Bunker goes down, trying to get rid of this top fort. And as it goes down, we see Misha get taken down. Well, we don't see it. My bad. And a good Bruiser Camp. Got to lock back in here. A good Bruiser Camp being taken by Disband now. Siege Camp, of course, pushing bottom side. And still on their 10's advantage. Looking to press that advantage again, maybe with a second rotation of heroic abilities. DJ Coldcut's caught out once more, being saved by the pull, as a good Curse Bullet will take Rexar down most of the way. We have a Dome coming out, as Gus comes out to try and push them into the wall. Undead goes down. Stukov still under wraps, as Tashives is being taken to half health by the Falstead, and Anubarak is not able to catch up to the Stukov. Tashives being fought by the Vala, as Johanna pulls her into the stun. Boggs, looking for this Joe, is going to give up on the Joe chase as Immortal comes through for the side of Frank's Furters. A full half health Immortal, full half health. Halftime was gotten by Disband Now, and they were unable to capitalize on their halftime, so we have 50% HP shield on the side of Frank's Furters. We're looking at a decent push, but I think this is going to be unfortunate. They've got Shaman Camp pushing in. The wave's going to be pretty late, and yeah, it looks like they're just going to... You don't have to force this, I promise. Just going to try to get whatever they can out of this without going too far. You're down 13, so you got to watch out. I understand that Immortal's right there, but it's not, well, allowing you to stay immortal. 40 health on the Vala as they're pulled out and saved by Indecisive. A good eye on the side of Johanna and Stukov to try and capitalize on that. With Rexar top trying to stay alive, honestly, against the Blaze. The side of Disband Now taking the bottom siege camp. Blaze, Goku looking to start it. They see 4 on the map. So maybe they're able to look at this and say, yes, we want it. No, we don't. But looks like we're going to get a fight here. No? No, they don't want it that bad. Rightfully so. You're down 13s. You want to back off here. You're not out of this game. I cannot stress this enough. You are not out of this game. You still have a scaling Vala who is at 21 stacks, right? We see it down here. Vala's at 21 stacks. You have a completed Gathering Storm from the Falstead. Yeah, whatever. Only your walls being hit. You half your walls down here, but you are not out of this game. This is so incredibly winnable. But if Disband Now keep playing like they're playing, which is solid, in control, pedal to the metal, there is no reason, as long as they don't slip up like they did before this last Immortal, to not just walk away with this game and with the series. So as we look for the Immortal, maybe pre-Immortal fight, we have red side having their Bruiser Camp up, and Falstead probably looking for a Gust flank over here, so watch out for that. 13s are now up. We have Gloom, we have Speed of the Pious, we have Burning Beetles, we have Wildfire Bear, and Flow Rider. As we go into this 13 fight, Johanna looking for, not going to snap on the Misha. Vala's still far away, wants to do the Bruiser Camp. So both teams just going to be content to defend their own. As Disband Now, yeah, that's totally fine. You got a wave pushing. This wave will push into your fort, so you do have to clear it at some point, especially now. But we're looking at a fight you don't want to tank. You're almost 16. They're only 13. As the Rayman is being engaged upon, a big swipe comes out, but Misha comes in for a good flank as we have 5 members alive on both sides, some taps being used. Of course, a feature that only the blue side is able to use as this fort is down. Going into halftime, red side able to do theirs very quickly. It is advantageous for them. You don't, again, yes, you want to clear the shield here because you don't want to give up your lead. They have to fight into your forts. This is totally fine. It's going to go top. Top has more health, right? We see the structure health of the fort here and the structure health of the fort here. So it's going to go top here. This is totally fine. You don't have to worry about this. It's unlikely with your wave pushed up where it is that they are going to be able to take your bottom fort. So you take this, you get 16s, and as we look at our 16s before this fight goes down, okay, we have Super Strain, Double Blind, Jug Plating, Lord of his Pack, and Mirror Ball. We did see the 13. We're not going Glass Cannon, we're going Illusionist here. And see, you clear this fast enough. You've got Mirror Ball, you've got Greymane, like you're totally fine here. Johanna is in relatively no danger. Iron Skin is down now, but Misha goes down for that, and Anduin uses one of the pulls onto Rexar. You have a 16 advantage for a little while. and I spoke too soon. That's my fault. Vala is able to take down the bottom fort and will greed for the... Oh yeah, this is big greed. You do not want to do this right now. Will greed for the bottom camp. Is thinking better of it as just barely. Oh, trying to evade both the teams. A good gust keeps Vala alive here with Anduin damage and maybe a sacrifice of the bear as Li Ming blinks forward. Misha looks at her, sniffs her real good as Blaze gets the cocoon here, and they're successfully under their own keep. Vala pretty low on mana. They don't want this fight. They're still short on 16s. You do want to make sure that Anduin doesn't get caught out here as he gets W'd in from the Johanna and stunned by the Blaze to all but guarantee this bottom keep, I believe, for Disband now. Yep, Bunker gets dropped, making sure that we have more health points to soak up the keep. However, keep only gets down to about 50% and their wave is so far away. So they back away and hope for the best as Anduin's death really, I'm not going to say doesn't matter, but as we look and we go towards 16s here, we're expecting probably a, Epic Enter, Manticore, Thrill of the Hunt, Airy Gusts, and probably Double Pull. Listen, you never know when you don't need it, so you should always take it, because when you don't take it, you will need it. The long way to say, better to have it and not use it than better to not have it and then need to use it. Yep, double pull. We're looking at this would be a great fight for Frank's Furters as we look in here for the halftime. Of course, the race of, as we look at the health bars here, the race of Frank's Furters is much higher. As Misha goes down, the race is much higher for Frank's Furters. Anubarak looking to get a good fight in as Vala ease in to try and get, as Fort goes down, to try and get the Li Ming, but is healed up by the Stukov. Vala being pinged as out of position by the rest of the team as Rexar is being pulled back. Misha comes up, Dome comes out, and keeps the Anubarak almost alive as we get a gust coming in under the above the Stukov puddle. Everyone is healthy, and Vala is trying to not get stunned here and get the Qs ready, but is stunned by Blaze and will go down. So this looks dire, and I don't blame you for thinking that. Vala probably will come back right at the end of this push. Right as push ends, it's going top. You have a keep there. It's going to take a while to charge. Vala should be back as her pressing keep. But that means that you're okay. They don't have 20 yet. You're not out of this game. I cannot stress this enough. You're not out of this game. Vala's even going to come back before it reaches gate. And will be ready to defend it at the keep. The Immortal, having 24,000 health, is not the end of the world. Vala should be able to get rid of that pretty quickly. We have Misha going down. Nope. Misha able to dodge the Blaze follow-up off of the Johanna. Beasto Wrath is popped as it tries to take down the Immortal. Keep will go down here. The question is how much core damage is being done as Noob is stunned and rooted. Gust comes out, and there should be no core damage, should be just shielding. But it looks like they want to go for this as Vala is in the Blaze slows, but gets off Rain of Vengeance. Johanna with a 4-man and Blaze stun in a puddle, and it's all over. It's Boggs, Dallying Pig. I believe in you, but I don't think the game does. As we look at this, we have a Epic Enter coming in from Dallying Pig. Boggs hoping to take down anything and just isn't quite able to. GG's as we have our series winner of Disband now, 3-1, moving on to play Clouded Minds Daybreak next week, allegedly. Sometime next week. looking at the stats here, yep, a lot of shielding from Johanna. That makes sense. And we have some damage coming out. Yep, false dead. Vala, don't worry about this. I mean, you're playing for Qs. You're looking for some good good damage on the Immortal. And you're looking for any sort of race that you can get. Don't be upset about this. This was a good game. This was a good series. And we are looking forward to next season. We are happy to see Frank's Furters come back. I see a few different things that maybe, I would be worried about to play against you guys. And obviously, you are no slouches making it this far. So let me get someone in from Disband now, and we'll go to one of these, I think, as we get Goku. Goku? Goku?
Gokwe.
Gokwe. Gokwe. Don't rewatch this. I've been saying it wrong the whole time.
Dude, Goku. As long as you weren't saying Goku-y, we're gaming.
No, yeah, we're gaming. It was not Goku-y.
All right. We can be friends again.
Okay, great. And a deep breath as you guys take the series 3-1. It was a clincher. It was a butt clincher for sure. Absolutely for sure. But you did eke it out in the end. How do you feel? How you feeling on this one?
Dude, we're fucking hyped.
Yeah.
Can I curse?
Yeah, you can curse. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. I'm fucking hyped, man.
Hell yeah.
We were going into this looking back on our match against them, and we're like, I think we have a chance. We just need to do some homework.
Sure.
Homework came through. It looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming Deckard was part of the homework, because that was a ban all 4 games, I think.
Yeah, Deckard didn't see the light of day.
Okay, that's not something that I picked up on. Is Indecisive just nasty with it?
He's nuts. He's cracked. We don't like his Deckard because it's so good. Frank's Furters play so well with it.
Interesting. Well, it was well spent homework. I did see the Diablo band also, and I'm assuming that that's also well spent homework.
I don't know about that one. We just hate Diablo.
Word. Hey, I get it. Map specific stuff. The Uther main tank and Johanna offlane. I didn't catch it at first. I was dealing with some technical stuff, and by the time I realized it, I was like, "Oh my god! I always wanted to do this. My team won't let me do this." And I mean, okay, it worked out. It looked great.
Yes.
And you guys were able to outsoak the Dahaka, but not like lose out on priority either for the Johanna, which worked out awesome. Run me through that draft.
Okay. So we are going into that game. I can't say that we didn't get what we wanted. We got everything like to the T.
Mm-hmm.
We were very lucky to get everything, and I think we were very happy with it. The idea, 100%, right? We were playing Uther Zag, no questions asked. Uther is a deny ban from Indecisive. He's very patient on the pick, and we're like, we just take it early.
Sure.
They might not think twice about it. I think we first picked the Joe.
Yes.
But we first picked the Joe. The entire intention was to play her offlane, but to pivot if need be, and we didn't need to pivot.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I saw game 2. Your triple bruiser was better than their triple bruiser.
Yes.
You guys had more damage on yours. You had the Sonya and the Hogger. They had the Blaze and the Diva. Diva, great on the map. Blaze, great on the map. Together, I don't think it's as great on the map. Obviously, you guys were able to eke out the damage and maybe win an extra Punisher or 2. But were you guys going into that as a triple bruiser or, 4-man bruiser, or was that more just like we kind of got to match them a little bit? What was going on?
So I think that was another bait and switch. Undead has been practicing Hogger.
Mm-hmm.
He looked pretty good on it. Uh, and we're like we want beef. We want
Sure.
more beef. Lock in the material, play it with I think we picked Sonya late. We
Yes.
were contemplating Malthael when they locked in the Blaze because we're like, wait, this is weird. We weren't expecting Magic Master's Blaze to come out there.
Right.
Uh, but I think we had a pretty I think we did pretty well with it. It was more of a I think a similar thing to Towers, right? We wanted to play Lucio, we wanted to play Hogger, we wanted to play those together, and we wanted to be aggressive. I think we got what we wanted. We lost the first objective, I think, but we were able to play the lanes and
I believe so.
kind
Yeah.
of, yeah,
Catch back up.
yeah,
You know.
yes,
Yeah. I do notice that you guys, last one, that you guys are skipping wave one, like letting your tank soak it, to immediately go to the camps.
yes.
Has that just been, since the change, has that been your guys' move? Or was that after, because we like to take the first wave of soak, like get wave prio, and then go and do the camp. Have you guys been doing the camp first the whole time, or what?
So this is a pivot that we got from watching from playing against Papegas, both in scrim and pretty sure it was just scrim. We scrimmed them, and this is what they were doing, and we're like, wait a sec, that makes so much sense given how the waves all match now, and splits, and plus the camp spawning. Like, this works really well with us. So we pivoted from that because of a scrim. So lesson learned,
Sure.
if that makes sense. So shout out to them for teaching us something to, throw people off guard,
Hey,
I guess.
yeah, I mean, it looked good. Cursed Hollow was, of course, it was your one loss. It was fine. It is what it is. You guys
Yeah,
came
we
back.
can skip that map.
Yeah,
That
we
map
can skip that
sucks.
map.
Yeah, Frank's Furters,
They're
they
good on it.
punished me trolling. That's really about it.
But you looked good on Battlefield. So, any shout outs you want to do? Congratulations first. Congrats, you're on to play Daybreak next round. Any shout outs or anything you want to do before we sign off here?
Yeah, yeah. So big shout out to Shadow's dog Rocket. Love you. Big shout out to, I think it's start slow and taper off.
Yep.
They gave us a last minute scrim to prep for this. I had another one. Oh, I said Papegas already. Big shout out to you. Thanks for casting the match. Seriously, can't wait to watch it back and skip Cursed Hollow. And I think, oh, big shout out to Sailor Twift.
Sailor.
Love you,
Oh
baby.
yeah, Sailor Twift. Yep.
Love you, baby.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and Undead's Hogger's cracked. Let's go.
Well, congrats, and way to make it to the second round. Take a deep breath. You've earned it, and we will see you next week, and maybe in the finals.
Sounds good.
All right. Talk
Yeah.
to you later.
Yeah.
So there we have it. Disband now taking down Frank's Furters 3-1. I'd like to thank you all for showing up. I'd like to thank you all for showing out and enjoying the cast. As we are going to look for someone to send it to. As we get here towards the end, I don't know if there are any more matches tonight. I don't know if anyone's sending their own. But we are going to take off here. Again, thank you all. We've had a great night. We've done a great job. And we are enjoying ourselves. So take a deep breath, take a drink of water, and I will see you all a little bit later.